Hello there, my zealots. This is Joshua coming at you today. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my history, my childhood, as it were. When I was a kid, I had a very lonely childhood. My mother was rarely around. She was a school teacher that worked in a completely different district than where she lived. I lived in Bellingham. She worked in Stanwood, which is like an hour both ways. So, and teachers have to stay late anyway, so I never saw her. Anyway, my friends were they were a unique sort. When I was a kid, they would come over to my house and we'd watch The Highlander. And we'd all geek out until the end of the TV show, and then we'd go out in the backyard and beat each other up with sticks. I don't know if anybody knows the Highlander TV show, but it was fiction, and it's about people that try to chop each other's heads off with swords. Anyway, the point is that's what we used to do. I've always had a fascination with weapons ever since I was a kid. All kinds of weapons. And lately I have been accumulating weapons just because I don't know what to do with my money. So I've been buying stuff that I think is fun. Lots and lots of weapons. I got myself a telescopic spear. Why? Because I just thought it was cool looking. Hey, check this out. That's a real freaking spear. It's telescopic. Why? Because I'm a freak of nature. I bought myself some guns. They're identical. If I show you here, it might be safe. Sorry, should have prepped this ahead of time. But I have two identical guns. And, they're identical. Their serial numbers are even freaking identical. Well, as identical as you can be and still be serial numbers. One is TLM97764, and one is TLM96764. It's pretty freaking identical, right? They're exactly the same gun. I have a variety of tomahawks. I have two identical tomahawks that are, I have this one that I modified it a lot myself. And then I have a K-bar. Oh, I also have this belt that is used to hold my guns and my knives and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, and then I have batons and lots of different weapons. Now, this begs the question, is it biblical to have all these guns and ammunition? No. Not that it's ungodly per se, but it shows a lack of faith. When Jesus Christ was with his disciples, he told them to go and sell your swords and give the money to the poor. When Jesus was about to die, he told them to sell what they had and buy swords, so that they could protect themselves when they were filled with fear. The Bible does not prohibit the use of weapons. However, if you look in the Beatitudes, Jesus Christ says, if a man smite you on the right side of your cheek, turn them also the other. So, is it righteous to have guns? It doesn't really make you unrighteous to own a gun. But what it does show is small faith. If you have a weapon, you put your faith in the weapon. Peter had to put their faith in Jesus and in the Holy Spirit until he was told to buy a sword. And as soon as he got a sword, first thing he did is chops off a dude's ear. Like he put his faith in the weapon rather than in God. So what do? Well, I should probably sell them. I mean, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I should probably sell them. Sell them to whoever wants to buy them. And they're cool. I mean, I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't think they were cool. Like, check these out. So this is un tomahawk. And this is dos tomahawk. They're identical. So cool. Yeah. It's not ungodly for people to own weapons. It is just a symbol of little faith. I'm not going to pretend that I'm more righteous for having weapons than not. Specifically speaking, those that have no weapons have to rely on God, and those that do have weapons have... It's like the rich man. The rich man has money, so he can rely on his riches for what he needs. He doesn't need to rely on God. That's why it's harder for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Similarly, a warrior, or a person that depends on their weapons has more faith in their weapons than they do in God. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these weapons, because I have a lot of them, and I have too many. I'll probably try and sell them to whoever wants them. But I just wanted to put it out there that it is not evil to own weapons. It just shows a lack of faith. And I don't want to have a lack of faith, because Jesus Christ said, if a man smite you on their cheek, turn them also the other. You're supposed to do good to those that are your enemies. You're supposed to do good to them that hatefully despise you or try to do evil to you. You're supposed to love those people who are your enemy. And if you're trying to shoot the person that's your enemy, you're not really loving them. Yeah. So, I need to get rid of my weapons. Anyway. That's all I wanted to talk to you about today. I'm going to miss them because I spent a lot of money acquiring them, but they are just weapons and there's really no point. So if you guys have any ideas about how I can get rid of them, please let me know. I will talk to you later. You know I love God because I love virtue, justice, and salvation. Yeah. Saturdays, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we have the live stream. Be there or be square. Yeah. Take it easy. Bye. Peace.